Hi, I'm Johnny Fico with Virtual Range Targeting. The long-distance training solution was our answer to a problem a lot of shooters have: access to only 100-yard ranges. Let me explain. The long-distance training solution target has 4 lanes, each for a specific purpose. Lane 1 is the zero and practice lane and is set up with 2-inch bullseyes with 1-inch center rings stacked at regular intervals. This is a great lane to get your rifle zeroed, since the grid shows through the bullseye, so you can see exactly how far off center you are. Each small square is either quarter MOA or 0.1 mil, which makes dialing in your scope really easy. When using at a 100-yard distance, this lane can also be used to verify your scope tracking. Simply aim at P0 and dial your elevation up to 24 MOA or 7 mil, depending on your target. The point of impact will tell if your scope is tracking properly. Lane 2 is the target scaling lane and is a great way to assess your skills at hitting a 10-inch target at distance. Each bullseye is scaled so that it represents a 10-inch plate viewed from different distances. The first bullseye, S1, is a 5-inch square, which is what a 10-inch plate would look like at 200 yards. Now, if we look at S4, which is the 500-yard target, we can see the bullseye is only 2 inches. And again, when we look at S9, we see what a 10-inch plate would look like at 1,000 yards, only 1 inch. This lane is very useful in determining if the shooter can hit a 10-inch plate at varying distances. If you can hit S9, you have enough hold skill to hit a 1 MOA target at 1,000 yards. Lane 3 is the elevation lane and is really interesting. In this lane, we separate the point of aim, POA, from the point of impact, POI. This lane is focused on dialing your scope's elevation turret to hit a target at varying distances. Plus, the gray boxes around the bullseyes are smaller the higher the elevation, just like shooting at distance. After zeroing your rifle, you will aim at R0 and dial your scope up to whatever elevation matches your intended target. There are bullseyes placed at several elevations from R1 at 3.5 MOA up to R6 at 24.25 MOA. As an example, dial your scope to 11.75 MOA, aim and shoot at R0. Your bullet will impact R3. You can use the downloadable dope cards found on the Virtual Range Targeting website for each bullseye's location. Lane 4 is the elevation and windage lane and is similar to the elevation lane in that you have different POA and POI bullseyes. Only this time you can also dial in windage. For example, let's look at B3. B3 is 11.5 MOA in elevation and 1.75 MOA right windage. Here you would dial your scope's elevation turret up 11.5 MOA and dial your windage turret 1.75 MOA right. Then aim and shoot at B0. Your impact should be at B3. A final benefit of the long-distance training solution is that you have 32 different bullseyes to shoot at, extending the life of the target and making the shooting session fun. For more information about the long-distance training solution, visit our website at www.virtualrangetargeting.com. Thanks for watching.